We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast.
Boom! Headshot!
Hey, it's Clay. Welcome to another League of Legends game. This time I want to talk about something a little different. This is going to be a bit of a pep talk and focusing on a topic. And the topic of conversation is when you lose your lane. This game, I'm laning as a Kali against a Kha'Zix in the mid lane, and things go horribly wrong for me. I end up doing quite horribly bad. Pretty much just get my face rolled for about the first 6 or 7 levels. It's pretty much about as bad as it can go. I make some huge derps and just have a couple situations where things just kind of go a little bit unlucky. It all just kind of combines to the fact where Kha'Zix gets a really big lead ahead of me. So let's go ahead and... but my main point here as we watch this gameplay is that one thing that I see, and it really bugs me, is when things go really bad, people just say, okay, GG, surrender at 20, move on to the next game. And it just is such a really, it's just a bad idea. And there are so many reasons to stay in and continue and keep playing the game. There's so many reasons. You can see Kha'Zix hits level 2, and I'm just chillaxing right here in his burst. I thought I hit level 2. I was trying to put down my W. There he puts down his Ignite. He flashes in and picks up an easy kill onto me. I actually thought that I had hit level 2, and so I would have time to put down my Shroud and get away, but I totally failed there, and I think I was 1 creep away from hitting level 2, so bit unlucky. It really was just a stupid play there on my part, but now Trundle's coming in for another gank. Gonna go ahead and try and get my burst off on him. Oh, Ignite down, EQ down. He's running away. Trundle's gonna follow him back that way, but I want to split off to the left because I think that's his only attack path. And gonna meet him back up here, get a Q, get an E. There's another auto attack. How low is he? 28 HP. 19, are you serious? And he gets away. Oh my gosh, that is so frustrating. So, again, things just are not going my way. But, like I was saying, things are going to continue to not go my way. But it is important to keep yourself in the game mentally, to not check out, to not chalk it up as a loss, and just give up. I think that a lot of times players give up way too easily in these normal or even solo queue matches. They are way too quick to, you can see I make a total mistake taking a couple turret shots there. Gonna be forced to take a couple of pots, and I choose not to recall, which we will see how that works out for me later. But players are all too easy and quick to give up. I am clearly down in this lane. Let's go ahead and align these. Taking some harass here from Kha'Zix. I'm going to go ahead and put down my Shroud to try to stay alive. But I'm down in CS. I'm about half of his CS. I'm down a kill. Getting some poke off on him. And ooh, that burst from Kha'Zix is really scary. But again, I choose to stay in the lane. Choose to gobble down a couple of pots instead of going back. And look at right here, Kha'Zix continuing to push the lane in on me. And then right here, I believe he just goes ahead waiting. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. He does not actually. I'm pretty sure he's just going to die me. There he is. Another EQ. Going to try to get some counter harass on him. Get him really low, actually. Two-Head Trundle is in here for a gank, but I'm really thinking I could be able to do something. Oh, it gets another Q off on me. And there's a dive and a W, and I go down. So, and again, he gets away with about 156 health. So, just poorly played on my part, leading to a bit of a misplay and another death. So, again, Kha'Zix is getting really, really far ahead. Can Trundle actually pick up this kill? No, nice stealth there. Let's go ahead and watch the end of this here. Nice pillar, but he does manage to squeeze through, and he is going to get away. So, man, things are really not going my way. But, like I said, the whole point of this video is to show how it is the worst thing that I can do in this situation is just to give up and say, you know what, this lane is over. I'm about half the CS. I'm down 2 kills. The game is over. I'm just going to give up. That's probably the worst thing you could do. Because things really are not looking good for my team. Rengar is about even with Cho'Gath, and Akali and Ashe are just about dead even, but Kha'Zix is definitely dominating my face right now, and it's going to make it really difficult for me, but I've got to keep, the thing that I really think I did well is I kept my mentality up. I kept myself from getting down, getting dejected, saying, you know what, this game is over, I give up, I don't want to do this anymore, I just want to move on to the next game, tired of these feeders and blame the jungler, and I mean, all this stuff that people do. And I really, really think it is important to maintain a positive attitude and just say, you know what, I can still do this. I can still come back. Just farm it out. Akali is a snowball champion, so even there, people would say, you know what, you've got to make sure you get an early lead on Akali. Well, it's not necessarily true. I don't get an early lead in this game, but we still manage to, we'll see how the rest of the game goes, but the whole point of this video is just to encourage you guys to not give up on games. People throw games all the time in solo queue. I mean, it's just one of the things that people do. I'm level 5, so I can't really capitalize on this gank, by the way, but people throw all the time, and there's just not a lot that you can do about it other than just keep your head up, keep your mindset up. Don't get so dejected. You don't want to be getting all down on yourself because, you can still stay in this game. Even though that we're down, you can see Ashe picking up another kill there, and so does Trist. And Kha'Zix and I are dueling again. Throw it on your W. What are you doing? Totally misclicking. I thought I actually had my ultimate, but this time I think I am actually going to... Oh, get bursted down again. Another huge fail for me as Kha'Zix escapes with the quad quarter HP. So he's getting really huge. He already has his tier. He already has 2 long swords. He's going to be roaming down onto our to this bottom lane, just getting even more fed. I'm pinging it. I'm trying to help him get away, but it would really actually nice job to pick up that kill. Is Ashe going to get away? No, she's not, but they do pick up the kill there. So again, Kha'Zix is getting absolutely massive. He already has picked up his Spirit of the Elder Lizard, so definitely a huge Kha'Zix right now. But you know what? I'm just going to farm this lane out. I'm going to keep shoving it in so that he doesn't get all the CS. I'm actually almost caught up to him in CS right now. Going to choose not to go back. Going to try to roam now. And this is, I think, an important decision in this game. Even though it doesn't really work out for me, I see Trist is getting really, really low, and she's actually choosing to recall. Oh, if only I would... Shoot, in hindsight, I really, really wish that I would have seen it. There she finally goes. I would have definitely dove her and picked up the kill. But my whole mentality here shifts from, you know what, my lane is lost. But if you look at Ashe, she's 3-1, and the Trist is 4-2. So this bottom lane is really, probably our best hope. If we can get Ashe and Lissandra to get doing well, even though Lissandra's taking CS, which is interesting, going for a kill lane in the bot. But Rengar's doing pretty well. Trundle's not doing poorly, but I'm doing really bad. So my focus now has to shift onto how can I make sure that my other teammates are doing well. Because if I'm not going to be doing well, that's one thing. But if my team is going to be doing okay, that's another thing. Able to get a nice kill there onto Kha'Zix after he dives Trundle. So there we go. Starting to get back into the game. First kill of the game, getting some CS, able to get Kha'Zix out of lane. Going to get a whole nother wave pushed where he's going to not be in lane. Gonna throw down a ward to keep myself safe. I'm continuing to do normal mid lane functions, still playing the game like I normally would. I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel and moving on to the next game. I'm sticking with it. I really think that it is important to do so. Giving up is something that people do all too frequently, and I'm not going to go back quite just yet. Farm out another lane where Kha'Zix is not here. Just getting all this free CS, and I'm almost caught up to him now, only 8 behind. So that's definitely a good thing. That is a really, really good thing. At this point, I want to stop dying to Kha'Zix. That's huge, too. So, building a little bit of armor. Probably going to go for some Ninja Tabby. That's going to be huge. Going to throw down my Shroud so he can't land his Q. Just going to do what I can to try to keep myself in the game. Keep trying to claw back. People make mistakes. People throw the game. It happens all the time. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let that deter me. I'm not going to let that throw me down. I'm getting a little weak here. But I'm going to try to finish out this lane. And, not even going to try for those last couple of creeps. It's not worth it. I've died to Kha'Zix too many times trying to do that so far. Just going to farm it up, picking up some normal items. I'm not even going crazy. I'm not doing anything weird. Right here, pinging that Kha'Zix is missing. So, going to go ahead and roam down, follow him. Try to make sure that no extra damage is done. Going to go ahead and jump onto Udyr here. I'm not that afraid, even though I get stumped. So, they're going to throw on my Shroud and just try to stay alive. See what happens. Going to jump here onto Udyr again after jumping. There we go, helping pick up a kill. So that actually turned out in our favor. We definitely got a kill there, although Lissandra getting really low. Pinging them for these guys to get back, and a really nice Ashe arrow. So I'm going to jump onto Nunu And one more jump. There's a kill. Oh, totally failed my flash right there. Yikes, that's disgusting and ugly. But just going to try to waste Kha'Zix' time a little bit. Not much I can do to get out of that. But a total derp. But overall, I think that definitely was not horrible. We got a couple of kills, even though we had a couple of deaths. That's okay. I mean, that's going to happen. And you gotta stick with it. You gotta keep in the game. You cannot give up. You can't just kind of throw in the towel and say, you know what, this game is over. This game is lost. I don't even want to do it anymore. Just gonna try to stay in it. I got 2 kills now. I got 57 CS, and I'm not doing well, but I'm not doing horrible. And I think that is an important thing to realize, that I can still be useful to my team. I can still dive Tristana. I can still really try to wreck. Here we're jumping onto Kha'Zix with Trundle. Just gonna scare him away. Probably not too much we're going to be able to do if we want to chase. So I'm going to back off. Even though we lost the tower, I'm going to go ahead and farm these creeps. Still trying to get my CS back up. And actually, it looks like Trundle does die there. And so does our bot lane. So that's not good, but you know what? That's okay. Like I said, I'm not giving up. I'm not just going to throw in the towel. Really nicely timed Shroud there is going to keep me safe. I'm going to keep my head in this game. I mean, Rengar's doing quite well for himself. Ashe is having a solid game. Lissandra is turning into an AP carry instead of support. You know, this game is far from over. This game is far from lost. There's no reason for me to give up. Even though Trist is big, even though Kha'Zix is big, there's no reason for me to give up. Just gonna keep trying to farm, keep trying to get some CS. I'm probably not gonna be able to catch Kha'Zix. I'm not going to probably be able to 1v1 or duel Kha'Zix, but I can still perform my role as an assassin, get as big as I can get, and dive Tristana, and try to just do as much as I can. Really nice shutdown gold there from Lissandra. Let's go ahead and watch this battle. Because I'm just continuing to farm in the bottom lane. Now I'm going to start roaming, and it looks like I'm pinging for Dragon. But I am going to start roaming here down to the bottom, and it looks like everybody's getting really, really low. Ooh, a nice ultimate there from Nunu, but I see Trist here, and I'm diving in. I'm going to try to make the best of this opportunity. Able to pick up a kill there, get a stun under the tower, which is not good, and I dive back in and don't pick up the kill, but we do set up Ashe to get a nice double kill there. So we only lost 2 and they lost 3, so that trade definitely worked out in our favor. Just going to try to do what I can to try to help my team out, even though Ashe falls there to Kha'Zix. Again, just not giving up on this game, trying to keep myself in. I've finished my Gunblade, so I am pretty strong. I can dive Trist. Although Nuna's here, and she's a little bit scary because she's pretty big with her Bloodthirster and her Zeal. But, like I said, this game is not over. I do not want to quit. Just got to keep my mentality up. Keep myself from saying, you know what, this game is done. I don't want to do this anymore. That's the worst thing you can do. That's almost a guaranteed loss. So just continuing to farm. Not going to dive onto Kha'Zix when we don't have to. But now that Trundle and Rengar are here, sure, maybe we can be aggressive on him. Let's see if he maybe makes a play. But pinging for Ashe to try to get out of there, because I know that Kha'Zix is going to be roaming bottom while I farm out this lane. But everything's fine. Everything stays safe. So, yeah, now we're going to go ahead and do a dragon. We see that, we actually saw that Udyr was doing our red. Pinged it. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and take a dragon. Just getting ourselves, keeping ourselves in this game. We actually have a gold lead right now. You know, Rengar's got a bunch of kills. Ashe has got a bunch of kills. I'm starting to get a little scared. I've got my Gunblade. I've got my Ninja Tabby to keep myself safe. And this right here, I think, was one of the turning points in the game. Trundle dives in here. He takes a bunch of pokes from Kha'Zix, but I'm able to get some nice burst, getting my QE. Going to throw my Gunblade, throw my ulti right there, finish him off with the Ignite. Now diving onto Udyr, going to throw my Q, going to flash and finish him off. So that was definitely worthwhile. I actually didn't even see that that Cho'Gath was there, so maybe I could have even doped him. But right there, picking up a nice double kill. We didn't lose Trundle. That's, I mean, that gets me back to 5-5, 92 CS. I'm in a pretty good spot. After a horrible early game, we've been able to make some plays. Ashe has 8 kills. Rengar has 6 kills. Sandra has 4 kills. I mean, we're in a good position to stay in this game and eventually win it. We actually have a gold lead. So, like I was saying, after a horrible start, I've just been trying to claw my way back into this game. And I've been doing it. I've been successful. You know, and things are looking really, really good from here. You know, our team is definitely ahead. Ashe picking up a really nice double kill there. It just goes to show you that you never know. Ashe has 10 kills now. She's got Bloodthirster and Static Shiv. She's pretty darn strong. Very, very strong indeed. And there's no reason to give up on the game at the point when things were bad. When we can get to this position, to go from there to here is pretty huge. As you can see, Trundle and I are being aggressive. We're not that scared. We're pretty big. We're pretty strong. We've got Ashe lying in wait. Now we're going to go ahead and fight. I'm going to go ahead and dive onto Kha'Zix. Throw down... Oh, missed arrow there. That's too bad. But just going to dive onto Udyr. Get that kill there. Going to go back to my Shroud to heal back up. And watch him as they pick up another kill. Really nice job by my team. I mean, we're staying in this game. After a bad start, we are definitely have taken a commanding lead and control of this game. Things are looking pretty good for us. We're definitely looking up, picking up a nice tower there. Just gonna go ahead and farm out this lane. And, you know, we've got a nice 5k gold lead. I mean, I've managed to get quite a bit of farm. Just gonna be split pushing here. Gonna get this tower almost for free. I actually saw that some of them were missing, and there's Kha'Zix, so it's probably good that I get away with a little bit of a skirmish here, but not too big. I'm just gonna run away. Because Kha'Zix is scary, but I wouldn't say he's just this massive threat who can insta-burst me. I've got a Giant's Ball, I've got a Ninja Tabby, I'm a little bit more tanky. Now I'm going to help join in on this fight. We're going to make sure we get both of those kills there. Now check this out. Lissandra is getting dove by Kha'Zix, who thinks he can pick her up. A beautiful ultimate, and EQR in picking up a kill onto Kha'Zix. Great bait there by Lissandra. Fantastic play. I mean, things are looking really good for us. We've got a nice gold lead. We're definitely in a strong position to go ahead and continue to push out this game. Going to pick up a Riley's Crystal Scepter, give myself a little bit more tanky, a little bit more stick, a little bit more utility. Just continuing to play a solid game. I think we got another dragon right there from Rengar. Things are looking really good. Again, my point is definitely made clear that you know, we should not be giving up on games. Just going to be split pushing here. While they're pushing mid, I'm going to be pushing this bottom lane. I'm really not that useful in a siege scenario, so I'm going to be split pushing. They got a tower, but then my team is going to be a little bit of fighting here. Let's go check out this action. It looks like Lissandra picks up a really nice kill there, and they're going to hold this tower pretty safely. Even though Kha'Zix, Ashe went down, so does Kha'Zix, and it looks like they are not going to get anything else, or are they? Lissandra, nice job picking up another kill there, and she gets away safely. So, and then in the meantime, I'm picking up 2 turrets. So overall, that was definitely worthwhile. A really nice bait there, getting a nice double kill from Rengar, even though Lissandra goes down. And getting another turret. Overall, I could have even probably stayed and picked up that inhibitor. But I'm going to just stay safe and go back and not press my advantage too heavily. You know, we're in a really good position. We're definitely in a strong place to go ahead and continue to push out this game. I mean, after a horrible start, we've come back. I'm about 20 CS down from Kha'Zix. I'm only 4 kills down. I mean, that's not this huge substantial snowball lead that he initially had. You know, he's not as scary as he once was. You can get through the laning phase, and you can try to minimize the damage, and you can get away and win the game. I mean, Rengar's having a good game. Ashe is having a good game. Sandra's having a good game. Trundle's not doing horrible. I mean, our team is in a position where we can definitely turned this early game around into something really good. Having another team fight in here, another missed Ashe arrow. But too bad Lissandra goes down, but we're getting a nice kill. I'm going to try to flash. Oh, and not going to probably pick up this kill on Kha'Zix. Going to try to Shadow Dance, and he's just too slippery. But check this out right here. This was a really good play. Throwing down my Shroud just to stay safe while Ashe and Trundle come. Going to dive onto Trist, pick up that kill. Another kill, another good job helping Ashe get that kill onto Nunu. Again, turning a bad situation into a good one with good teamwork. And most importantly, I think the biggest thing is just to keep your head up. Not get yourself so down and out where you don't think you could win. You want to keep your head up. You want to keep your mindset in a position where you still think you can win. You still think you can come back and make some plays. You're not sitting back and playing uber defensively. You're continuing to try to to do your best to play a good game, to help your team out where you can. And we're getting a nice kill. We picked off Trist and Udyr right there. Rengar with a double kill. This is a great position. We want to be fighting. Nunu with a fantastic ulti there. going to chunk me down pretty heavily. Kha'Zix's picking up a double kill. There was a pretty sick double kill right there. I'm going to dive on him. I'm not that scared. But I probably should be because I'm getting knocked up and feasted by... But am I going to be able to get away? Using my ultimate a couple times there to try to stay safe and ultimately going down. But if you check this out, Kha'Zix did not go back, and Lissandra has snuck in behind him. And actually, check this out. I'm pretty sure she totally fails. She fails to get in close position there, throwing out a Q, and ultimate down onto Nunu. But, oh my gosh, she is in trouble here. But Ashe coming in from the flank, missed her W, but got an auto attack crit off. End's going to finish him off. That was really, really close. I really hope Ashe actually gets away. Yeah, she's a kiting master. I think she's going to be fine. But, again, you know, this game, it's a normal game. People are not playing perfectly. Kha'Zix started off like 7-2 or something. Now he's 14-8. He has definitely not had, you know, a very strong mid to late game. He has not, you know, continued his lead into a snowball position. He has not been playing perfectly. There's just no doubt about it. And check this out. This is actually really, really funny. Trist over here thinking she can attack me. Well, I'm just going to flash and ultimate and kill her. Not a problem whatsoever. You can see my team is fighting over here. Rengar's picking up a ton of kills. But in the meantime, I am just following onto Trist. She's going to try to buster shot me away, but that's okay. I got one more ultimate stack. Not a problem. Just getting ourselves into a really nice position. And from there, we're getting to go ahead and get the surrender. So I just feel like posting this game because I started off horribly. I started off, you know, with a quick 0-3, was feeding Kha'Zix. Horrible, horrible start. And we end up winning the game. I end up going 9-6-5, 191 CS, getting almost a full build. I mean, this game really turned around. And I think that this can happen more often than people think. And the biggest thing is that you cannot get down. You cannot get yourself down in a mindset where you think you're going to lose and you're mad and you're raging in chat. The worst thing you can do is start raging at your teammates in chat. The best thing you can do is keep your head up, you know, keep trying. Try not to feed anymore. Build defensively to try to counter your lane, and do what you can to try to stay in the game. The game is not over until you know, either you surrender or the Nexus blows up. People are always capable of throwing, and it's just worth it to keep your mindset up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was a nice little pep talk as you go out into the wide, crazy world of normal and solo queue games, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon.